In the streets, though, we found quite a number of British Pakistanis who thought the practice was wrong and suggested that young people only went along with it because of family pressure.
I personally think it's wrong, do you know what I mean? Like, everything aside, right? But first cousin marriage, it's a bit wrong. I think it's a bit incest, to be honest.
When it comes to sleeping, you think, no chance, I can't do it. But it's just like sleeping with your brother, do you know what I mean? And it's just horrible, that is.
So what kind of pressure do you think there is on people to marry their cousins?
Blackmail. I think it's... Mother goes, oh, I'm gonna, you know, we call it drama bazi, where they'll say, you know, better please marry this girl, please my izzat, which is my respect, my honor is on it.
Well, most of the cousin marriages are forced marriages, for me, to be honest. Most of the girls get forced into it, or most of the boys get forced into it. Dad will come home and say to your sister, right, so and so, you're getting married to. Why? Because he's your cousin's brother or something like that, and then the girl has to say yes. I mean, she's got no other choice, has she?
When you say force, you mean that like they can't, they want physical force?
What's the word? Emotionally blackmail.
Yeah.
They've been told, oh, we're your parents, we did all this for you, blah blah blah. We came to this country, blah blah blah. And now
you can't do this for us.
It's your turn now. We've done our bit.
You guys ever been in that position?
Not yet. Hopefully not.
Hello everyone, this is the Forgotten Pierson, and I'm back for another episode of Satanic TFL Torch, this being my fourth installment, first since I changed my name, but fourth installment. Now, I was on a video by a gentleman named Hell by the Dashboard Light, and Mr. Hell by the Dashboard Light's video has now been erased, okay? So I ask you, Mr. Who I'm going to troll this to, Mr. Hell by the Dashboard Light, why'd you erase your video? You know, the last person that erased their video was a commie. Alright, the last person I dealt with. Okay, but so that you know, I'm going to be sending you this video, but go ahead and answer that question. But alright, that's where I met Satanic TFL on that. I guess it was a shout out to him, right, to Satanic TFL by the presumably can't get laid incel Hell by the Dashboard Light, who I suspect is a fat guy also, even though he goes to the gym. I know lots of fat guys that go to the gym. Obesity rates are over 75%, so I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, I replied to a guy named Toronto Forced Loneliness, and he said, welcome back to TFL Hell. I responded, TFL or True Force Loneliness is an illusion. Either become more attractive or lower your standards. Okay. Now this is the comment that I left on Mr. Hell by the Dashboard Light's video. I said, I did 3 response videos to Satanic TFL entitled Satanic TFL Torch by yours truly. And that he's a moronic bastard of a single mother. He's a short and scrawny stoner Mexican who receives affirmative action and still won't get a job, while brown people have the second lowest racial IQ. I'm going out on a limb here and guessing that you are a fat, old bastard of a single mother yourself. I told him, and I'll tell you the same thing, I'm a virtually unemployable Chad. I shave my head, and the legends are true. Because they're running around talking about, oh, you know, girls are only going out with effeminate beta style men rather than the dominant Chad bros. And I was like, yeah, you're wrong. They're doing both. They just don't know because they won't admit to being either one of them, and yet they're neither, right? So I'm just like, whatever, you guys. Like I said, lower your standards or become more attractive. Those are your options, true, false. All right, but so I said the legends are true, you know, because women throw themselves at me. Yeah, I got my problems, see my other videos, but they still do. I still cuckolded a man. That's, I mean, what is that? That's not effeminate beta male trait. Okay, that's Chad bro. All right, full on Tyrone right there. So this is what I said to him after I said the legends are true. I wrote observe. This is from an article or a study. It says, research has found that though lesbians are much more attracted to the female form, most women who say they are straight are in fact aroused by videos of both naked men and women. Boom. It goes off their pupil dilation, heart rate, arousal signs. Okay, that was the, and then I left a link to that study in his video. I'll link it in this one. And then Satanic TFL comes through talking about, and he is real scrawny. He smokes all the weed. He won't get a job even though he gets affirmative action. But he says, Forgotten Furian, I'm Persian royalty. You picked PICT born parasite of Aryan higher thought. Please scurry off. No one likes you here or anywhere. You bring nothing of value, just trash talking. You are a wannabe and you suck at it. Well, I'm going to respond to that. Now, he wouldn't say that to me in real life because I break him in half, okay? If he did, he'd be the last thing he said because I don't like him anyway. But yeah, if I could beat up 10 to 15 grown men who are bigger than you with weapons, what can you do, mama's boy? I'll ragdoll you. So he says he's Persian royalty. Well, half of the world's Muslims, including Persians, are inbred. Okay, I'll go into that in a minute. You say I'm a parasite of an Aryan higher thought? Well, you're the affirmative action sponge, not me. And Caucasian men, only Caucasian men pay taxes. The other minorities take out more than they put in, like the women. So you're the parasite. I mean, like I said, I can empirically evidence everything I say. You empirically evidence nothing. Held by the dashboard light, evidence is nothing but feelings. So you say, please scurry off. No one likes you here or anywhere. Well, I wasn't raised by a woman like you or the inbred Muslim Barack Hussein Obama. I don't need people to like me. I don't even want them to like me because then that has them making it to where, now I owe them some form of civility that they would stab me, even though they would stab me in the back the first chance they get because they're cowards. Okay? I don't like you. You don't like me. I don't care. You seem to care. I don't care. I don't care if anyone likes me anywhere. I prefer they don't. And you say I bring nothing of value, just trash talk. No, I bring trash talk, which is what you also bring. You and Held by the Dashboard Light. But I bring empirical evidence, facts, truth, evidence. You understand? I can measure what I have to say out. You can't measure it in anything but fifis. All right, so you're projecting there, sweetheart. I actually bring something to the table. And you say you're a wannabe and you suck at it. A wannabe what? My evidence, my actions speak for me, son. Know your place. Like I said, I cuckolded a man. Women throw themselves at me. What else do you need to know? All right? I am what I say I am. You are nothing. Well, if you are something, it's not what you say you are. Okay, so Caucasian men are 31% of the American population. Everyone else receives affirmative action, which includes you and your sweet, sweet mommy. All right? Even though minorities will account for 50% of all births from now on. All right, unless we have a demographic swing back our direction. Congratulations on being favored by our conscription immune, affirmative action enabled, female voting majorities, predilection for Democrat Party socialists. Congratulations on your victory. I googled Persian American and Iranian American came up. All right, so you're an Iranian. Just say it. I am an inbred Muslim. I am an inbred Muslim. Okay, as I said, half of all Muslims are inbred, which also explains why you're dumb as a box of rocks. According to the Cousin Marriage for Islam Wikipedia, it reads, it has been estimated that almost half of all Muslims are inbred. Okay, yeah. So it says a rough estimate shows that close to half of all Muslims in the world are inbred. Like, for example, Pakistan has 70% of all marriages are between first cousins, so-called consanguinity. And in Turkey, the amount is between 25 and 30%. And at the bottom down here, it says the British geneticist Professor Steve Jones, while giving the John Maddox lecture at the 2011 Hay Festival, had stated in relation to Muslim inbreeding, it is common in the Islamic world to marry your brother's daughter, which is actually genetically closer than marrying your cousin. Alright, that's your kinfolks. Okay, and I'm almost done here. I'm about 3/4 of the way through, so hold on to your hat. Allahu Akbar, am I right? Or hold on to your turban, you muzzy. Alright, so that's probably why you can't get laid. You can't. And then every time you say God, or you're talking about the biblical God, which is Jesus, Jehovah or Yahweh, right? Every time you cited the Bible, you've been wrong. Every time you said Steve Hoka and all actors in Hollywood were transsexual androids cloned by the elite to take over for the lizard people, you were wrong. All right? You're always wrong. Just like held by the dashboard light. You guys have too high standards and too low quality. So I'm about to read you all an abstract from a study called Consanguineous Marriage in Iran, which is where Persians are from. All right, and then I'm gonna bang out. Consanguineous marriage is a major feature of family systems in Southwest Asia. The aim of the present study is to determine the current prevalence and patterns of consanguinity in Iran as a means of assessing the associated requirement for genetic counseling services. Translation: the government has to intervene, or you all are going to breed to such an extent that you're just going to be having a bunch of crazy mutant kids that cost the state Caucasian men more than we can. You're running us into the ground. All right, look up the statistics. All right, quit breeding mutants. So the government's stepping in for genetic counseling services. Consanguinity was studied in 12 ethnic/religious populations: the Persians, Shia or Sunni Muslim, Kurds, Shia or Sunni, Lurs, Azuris, Balakaris, Zabolis, Turkmens, Bakataris, Gashagas, and Arabs. Okay, a multi-stage sampling design was used with a representative total sample of 306 and 343 couples. The overall rate of consanguineous marriages was 38%. With a mean inbreeding coefficient of 0.0185. First cousin marriages, 27.9% of the ones tested, mind you. Remember, I said it's closer to half. 70% in, like, say, Pakistan. First cousin marriages were 27.9%, were the most common form of consanguineous union, while parallel patrilineal marriage was especially favored, which I covered a minute ago. Statistically significant differences were observed in the prevalence and patterns of consanguinity between ethnic and religious populations and the geographical regions. There were also significant differences for proportions of consanguineous marriages between Shia and Sunni populations within the same ethnic group. The highest rates of consanguineous union were the least affluent sections of the population. Alright, so that says everything that you need to know. Alright, you are a jealous, weakling mama's boy who gets affirmative action and is too busy smoking weed and trying to hustle out here, homie, to get a real job. I have legitimate problems. See my videos, okay? I don't get affirmative action gibs like you and the other girls. Alright, held by the dashboard light, man, I don't know what to tell you besides man up. Alright, if you're fat, go running. Stop going to the gym. You know the amount of time it takes you to go to the gym? I can do so many monkey crawls, see my videos, that I would be sweating a literal pile. I mean, I'd be slip sliding around everywhere, dude. I can put on a hoodie right now and start crawling in the park, okay? And I won't get halfway across that park and I've lost freaking who knows how much weight, all right? You're doing the wrong exercise. Stop pulling a Howard Dare or one of these what I call bike queers and just driving your bike for 60 miles to lose some weight. No, do some monkey crawls. Put in actual factual work. Do some handstand push-ups. If you can do one handstand push-up, believe me, you'll be stronger than if you can bench whatever. Okay? Get right. But alright, that's all I gotta say about that. This is your host, The Forgotten Furian, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Believe it.